Welcome to the Astro Forecast for the week of March 4th to the 10th. This is going to be a busy week. We are now stepping into eclipse season. The first eclipse doesn't happen till later this month, but it is a moon event that takes up to six months. Kind of post event and a few weeks for up to 4 weeks before the event. So we're already starting to feel these evolutionary shifts, and eclipses are kind of big moon events, right, that affect us in our evolution of the collective. So we can really feel that, it becomes quite potent in our lives. It's an instrument of change and evolution. And so just knowing that is coming, that's already we're stepping into that energy. You might start to see or feel that building in your own life. So just noticing that energy for you and staying grounded and present in what is possible for you, how you want to feel, and what do you do that makes you feel those ways. So just noticing that. All right. So Monday, March 4th, we start out in a fourth quarter phase of the moon in Sagittarius. So this is some buoyant energy. We want to get things done. We're feeling motivated, maybe optimistic about things, and coming into the fourth quarter phase because we're ending off on Sunday in a new moon in Pisces. So the moon is losing light. We probably aren't feeling very energetic, but all the planets are still direct. So we're feeling that forward momentum still showing up in our lives. So on Monday, March 4th, we have Mercury sextile to Uranus. And this mercurial energy with Uranus is ingenious. It is thinking outside the box. It is giving us solutions that maybe we haven't thought about. It's bringing us clarity and insight through really cool people, really new and unique people that have different insights than we do and are helping us to see our blind spots. So this is fostering innovative thinking, intellectual breakthroughs. This alignment encourages innovative communication and fresh perspective. And we can use this energy to explore new ideas, communicate creatively, and embrace unconventional solutions. It's a great time for brainstorming and problem solving, and just be mindful that we're not being scattered. We're not feeling kind of abrupt in our communication, because Uranus can be erratic, right? And it just kind of wants to get things done. It's a little bit rebellious. So again, temper it with discernment, that mercurial word, discernment. Nothing really happening till Friday, but as I was looking, Tuesday, March 5th looks like a pretty good day to get things done. Wednesday, March 6th looks like a great day for intuitive downloads. And Thursday, March 7th, we have the moon square to Jupiter, very fast transits, but this is a good time to we feel very optimistic, and we can have some really big feelings about things, and it might preclude us to being a little people pleasing, right? Just saying yes to everything and wanting to help everybody. So just noticing that about yourself. Friday, March 8th, we have Mercury conjunct Neptune. Now, this is a really wonderful energy. Mercury is the mind, our thought processing, the way we think about things. And Neptune is creativity, one love, compassion, empathy, spirituality, intuition. So this is a great time for spiritual and intuitive downloads. You're going to be super psychic and intuitive on Friday. It's also a really great time for emotional intelligence. How are you feeling? You're going to be very sensitive to the emotions of others, right? This is all very Piscean energy, lots of Pisces energy here. So Pisces needs boundaries, because think of Pisces as mutable water. It just flows wherever it wants, and it's going to flow into all the nooks and crannies, and it doesn't really have boundaries, right? It just flows. So we want to create some boundaries. Energetic self-care is going to be so important this weekend, okay? So important. What's energetic self-care? We're cord management. I think I'm thinking about doing a class on soul contracts, and I often hear, just cut the cords. But if that contract is not complete, you cannot cut the cord to those people that you have those soul contracts in play with. So what I say with cord management is send love and light through the cord from spirit through your heart, and then either put a block in the cord. You can put a one-way valve if stuff that's coming back through isn't so great. You can cut away cords that are completed. But if you're not neutral, or you don't have gratitude on what this relationship brought you, it's not done yet. It's not done yet. So noticing those experiences in those relationships, because this is a very mercurial week, right? Mercury is our connections, our community, our closest people, siblings are even considered very mercurial. So when Mercury aligns with Neptune, this is creating a wonderful time for intuition and imagination, a great time for creativity, artistic expression, and spiritual insights. Embrace opportunity to explore creative pursuits, engage in dream work. You're going to get lots of cool subconscious. So Neptune rules the subconscious and the dream states of how we process. So have your dream journal ready this weekend, especially with this Pisces new moon coming in. Pisces rules the subconscious and dreams. So really noticing what's coming to you in dreams. Good information comes to you in dreams, right? So just write down those weird dreams that you're getting. If you remember it, it's meant to be understood, and start to look up those components in a dream dictionary and see what the insights have for you. And emotion is really important in dreams, dream interpretation. So don't forget that, okay? Engage in dream work, enhanced intuitive communication, and be cautious when it comes to confusion and deception in practical matters. This energy is great for empathy and compassion, not great time to make big money moves. Okay. And Mercury and Neptune, when they come together, it's very watery. It's very like the moon, and almost you don't know what's happening, right? So not a great time to make big decisions, not a great time to do a big launch, and definitely not a good time to do anything technological because Mercury rules communication and Neptune's the fog, right? So technology can go haywire on this day, not a great time to do something big with tech, right? And if you're noticing you're having problems with tech, you're right on schedule, right? Deep breaths, deep breaths. On Saturday, March 9th, we have Mercury moving into fiery Aries. So coming out of this Pisces state of one love and intuition, Mercury is our communication and our thought processing. So when Mercury is in Pisces, it's about intuition, it's about emotional intelligence, it's about feeling. When Mercury is in Aries, it wants to get things done, right? It wants to go. Think of sort of the spring equinox, right? Like things want to grow, things are we've got plans, we've got a mission, right? Aries is like the spark of life. It's that purpose and passion that gets us going somewhere. So Mercury is now going to be fired up. Your mind is going to be thoughts and ideas, and let's move forward. And how can we get there? And we still have another 10 days of Pisces season. So the collective doesn't want to really go anywhere just yet, and we're at the the ending of the moon cycle, so it's not really a time anything is going to be moving ahead. It's sort of now what's to be released, right? This is great energy for clearing the clutter. This is a great energy to go work out, great energy to be productive, right? So excuse me, infusing communication with boldness and directness. So this can be a little blunt in Mercury now with our thoughts and our speech. This period encourages decisive thinking and assertive expression. Seize the opportunity to communicate your ideas with confidence and passion. Be mindful of potential impulsiveness and impatience in interactions. This is a favorable time for initiating conversations and projects that align with your individual goals. Embrace the fiery energy of Aries to propel your ideas forward. But what I would say with that is it's not time yet. It's not time yet. I would wait till 3 days after the new moon to initiate on ideas. So you might have all these awesome downloads, right? It can be really impulsive energy. And what I'll say is write them all down. Create a little journal or a note in your phone or a little kind of paper, and just write down all the ideas and cool things that are coming to mind and let them percolate for a little bit. And then start to take action on them after the new moon in Pisces on Sunday, and give it 3 days. We want the light of the moon to start to come in to support your energy and ideas, okay? And then also on Saturday is a busy day. We've got 3 aspects on Saturday. We have Mars square to Uranus. This energy is a bit explosive. It is impulsive, and it is reckless, and it is time that you feel like you want to do something, you want to break out of the box. You might be so impulsive that you make some choices that you later regret. So it's not a good time to make big decisions, especially with that Mercury and Neptune still sitting together. This is a dynamic energy for potential volatility as well. So we might even see in the world eruptions, So actually volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, weather disasters, a higher chance of that here on this Saturday, as well as volatility in political arenas and in kind of tensions around the world. So just noticing that, we call that in mundane astrology. So astrology that's affecting the political spheres of the world. And for us, we want to feel more freedom, more independence. We might be more impulsive in our actions, channel this assertive energy into constructive outlets and avoid unnecessary confrontations. Be cautious of sudden outbursts of or reckless behavior. Embrace the opportunity for positive change and breakthroughs, but navigate awareness and with mindfulness. This period favors innovation and courage, but requires to be measured approach, because you want to avoid conflicts, because right now people's fire are going to be high, right? We've got Mercury moving into that 0 degrees of Aries. That's a fiery place to be. And then Mars is in a fixed sign of Aquarius, which is like it wants humanity to have the best possible. And Uranus is in Taurus, which is about our resources. So there's going to be a big conflict between humanity and resources. And we're sort of seeing that right now with resources entering the Gaza Strip to help humanity, people who need it the most, and it's being blockaded or it's being limited because of political ideologies and other other things behind politics, which really aren't serving humanity. So I think we're going to start to see more pressures build up to kind of make that move forward, or we might even see that kind of conflict erupt a little bit more. But that's the macro. The micro is within us. Well, how does that feel for you? Where are you feeling irritated, agitated, you want to go and it's not moving forward in your life? Deep breaths. How do you want to feel? What are the next right steps forward? What do you need to release out of your life to let that actually flow in? It's not the right time yet. This is sort of bringing to the surface what needs to be released. And then to add a little bit more fire to this, the sun is sextile to Uranus. So this aspect brings the energy of innovation and excitement. This alignment sparks a sense of individuality and a desire for freedom. So it's time it's a time when you may find joy in embracing the unexpected and exploring new possibilities. So this is going to kind of fan the flames, because we're excited, we're motivated, we want something new, we want to do something different. You might be even motivated to like cut your hair or get bangs. If you've been thinking about it for a while, I'd say it's okay to go do it. Right? It's not impulsive if you have been thinking about it for a while and you're like, oh, I think so. I personally love the way bangs look, but I hate the way it feels on my forehead. And every time I think maybe I could do it, I think of the itchiness. Like I can't even have a toque or a hat here. Like it just irritates my forehead so much. I have a sensitive little forehead. And so I can't do that. But I have been thinking about cutting my hair to like shoulder length. I don't know. Let's see. It took a while to grow it to this, and I'm wanting a change. Interestingly enough, I have an appointment at the end of March, though, to get my hair done, do something different. So I've been thinking about it. I have done the research. I think I know I want to do it. But if you've been feeling that way, go for it. Not to get your hair cut, but if you've been thinking about making a change to, your attire or your look, or, wanting to buy something, just this impulsive energy can lead you to do some things that might be a little reckless. So being cautious and discerning and measured in what you're trying to do now will be really important. And then finally, Sunday, March 10th, we have the new moon in Pisces, a beautiful new beginning. So new moon is when the sun and the moon come together at the exact same degree. And this one is at the 20th degree of Pisces. And in this 20th degree of Pisces, Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. It is dreams, subconscious, healing, spirituality, one love, empathy, compassion. It is in the nurturing states. It's also escapism, drug addiction, alcoholism, kind of, things that we kind of hide behind the scenes, secrets, hidden enemies are, that sort of Pisces 12th house kind of energy. So this Pisces new moon is a brilliant new beginning. It's a time that we plant seeds. It's time for you to set an intention for somewhere in your life where Pisces rules in your chart. Now, if you don't know what that is, you can look to or feel what is healing. Pisces is very healing. It's your place in your life that you have to flow more with your intuition, that you have to trust yourself more, that it's also can be, therapy and, again, the subconscious. So subconscious programming are things that have been programmed by your subconscious from the younger stages of your life. So it's a really great place for healing as well. So what needs to be healed so you can move forward in your life? So this new moon in Pisces is also sitting with Neptune, right? So Neptune, again, kind of foggy, watery, intuitive, emotional. And then we've also got a sextile to Uranus here as well. So this is beautiful ideas and inspiration coming in. What is your dreams? Like, where are you not following your dreams? What is coming from your soul self that is telling you this is the nudge, this is the direction, let's go? Right. So this new moon in Pisces is a very great time for new beginnings and great intuition. There's a deep emphasis on spiritual insights and creative inspiration. This is a time to set intentions for compassion, artistic pursuits, and emotional healing. Embrace the opportunity to connect with your dreams and intuition. Be mindful of potential escapism and idealization, ensuring your goals are grounded in reality. This is a powerful time for initiating projects that align with your soul's calling. So be mindful, again, to not try to skirt and stay in that like watery state. So the opposite of Pisces is Virgo. And in astrology, we need to have the balance of the two for us to actually make manifest into the world. So this Pisces energy is about spiritual ideas and insights that are coming from our divine self, higher self, spirit, our guides, ourself, right? Really, it's our divine calling coming in from Pisces. And then we need discernment, we need details, and we need organization to now bring that and ground it into reality, which is Virgo. So we need to have both. Otherwise, it just stays up here in this ethereal realm and nothing manifests in the world. And one of the things I 100% know is if you've been given a download to do something into the world, then somebody else will also have that download if it's a big, big idea. And if you don't do anything with it, somebody else will, right? When you think to the age of flying, there was the Wright brothers had that flight, they had this kind of thing in them of creativity. Have you ever I watched a documentary on the kind of modern age of flying and flight. And it was wild because at the time that the Wright brothers had the idea for flying, there was also many others around the world that had these ideas too, but were trying to perfect it. We're trying to get off the ground. They had certain concepts right, but others not right. And it was because the Wright brothers were so creative and so out there. They were dreamers, but they had this ability to put that dream-like intuitive schematics into reality and start to do that. And when they had their first flight, there was others that were on the verge of it. And those others didn't go, oh, shoot, they did it already. Now what are we going to do, right? They actually perfected it. They learned and they perfected on their side of things, and they created as well. They didn't create the exact same design, but they used and learned from those models and created their own. So I think one of the things that I'm getting the download to really share is that it's not just because it's out there doesn't mean you can't do something with it, right? I mean, we're not advocating for plagiarism, like that's not what I'm talking about here, but it's about, imposter syndrome, where sometimes we can get, oh, well, it's already been done, but the world needs you doing what you need to do out in the world. So I once had a reading, I used to work psychic fairs. I no longer do that. But when I used to do psychic fairs, I had, we'd be in I think the psychic fairs I used to do, there were like 40, 50 of us psychics in the fairs. You go around and kind of sign up with the person that seemed the most aligned for you. And so I had someone come and sit in my chair, and she was like a biker lady, she had her head shaved, she had tattoos and earrings and all the things and a little biker vest and stuff. And she's like, read for me, right? So 15 minutes, turn and burn. So I read for her and I said, oh, you're totally intuitive too. You could be doing this work. Why are you sitting here asking me? She's like, oh, I don't know. And I said, you think that you can't do it because you don't look like me. And she's like, well, that's kind of it too. And I said, you don't look like anyone here. She goes, exactly. Like, who's going to come talk to me? I said, the person who's comfortable with you. I said, what made you be comfortable with me? She said, because you were wearing red. It's like, when I do fairs, I'm all red. I have a red tablecloth. I give away red roses. I have a red banner with my name and my face on it. It's all Virgo. And so she's like, it was actually the red, right? I said, yes, because that's what aligned with you. No one else in this fair is wearing red, right? She's like, exactly. Everyone else is purple because purple is the crown chakra. It's spirituality. Everyone wears purple at those fairs. I wear red for groundedness, for practicality, for safety. That's why I chose it. So I said, when you come to read at this fair, if you're going to be here next year, if you so desire, you're going to have a lineup of people that are going to look like you, that are going to feel comfortable with you, that aren't going to be comfortable with me. I'm too straight-laced, right? Like I'm actually frankly shocked that you want to come and sit with me. I'm honored. I'm so honored that you would choose me and feel safe with me, but the world needs you. Right. And I'm going to say that. I feel like someone watching this video is going to hear this, is that the world needs you. You have something special that I don't have. Even if you do this work, the type of person you attract isn't going to be the same person I attract, because we are all here to serve the people that are waiting for us, right? So what is your special gift? Who is waiting for you? Who's the person that is going to be attracted to you, that needs your support, that isn't going to be attracted to me? Right? We need lots of us pulling up. This is a time now, especially when we move into 2025, there is a lot of changes coming, and we need a lot of us pulling up for the collective. So if that's you, step into your purpose. What's the next thing you can do to make your special purpose and mission come to life? What's the next step? Maybe you don't know what that is, but you're feeling the kind of seeds of discontent and the winds of discontent in your life. Things that have fit before don't seem to fit anymore. What is calling you? Maybe you don't know what that is. So maybe that's a reading, or maybe that's an astrology session, or maybe that's some sort of internal introspection of what really makes you happy. And maybe it's following that mission to try a new course, or go through a course catalog with continuing education and see if something calls to you, right? Just allow your intuition to lead you. It always will lead you in the right direction. So that was purely channeled, not in my notes at all. Very Pisces. So I'm wishing you the best week ahead with this new moon in Pisces, kind of capping it off, the cherry on top, allowing your dreams and your intuition to rise to the surface, and just listen and see what golden nuggets of wisdom come to your awareness. Wishing you ease and joy and connection to self. See you next week.